World Global Express for over 10 years. The greatest value in entertainment today. The future is now. There's so many great memories in the world. There's so many great memories in life. But what will be Q Radio 97.5's best moments? And what will be Blazin's top 5 best Pikeville promos? We're going to find that out right now because Q Radio 97.5 starts right now. Hello, and welcome to Q Radio 97.5. I'm Mr. Blazin, Punch Blazin ATM at your service, and today we're going to look at Blazin's top 5 Pikevilles. Let me say that again. Blazin's top 5 best Pikeville promos. I was a little tongue twisted, so I had to rephrase that for a minute. But we're going to look back at the top 5 greatest Pikeville promos. Now, as we said the last time we was doing this, a promo is a cut down. It's a conversation, it's information based on your opponent, based on the surroundings of your life, based on the surroundings of the area. And when you move to the city, when you move from a small county to a city, hey, the rules change, but the game is still the same. So, we start off at number 5. Number 5 is a promo called I Will Not Quit / Stop. This took place in September 5th, 2015. And just 3 years prior to where he started his first promo, he goes back to the original place. I go back to the original place where the promos all started, and this is called I Will Not Quit.
Oh yeah, Lord have mercy. Woo. I keep on telling you that Pancho keeps on mentioning me. Pancho keeps on talking about me. I just can't get enough of Pancho. Why? I am such a beautiful woman. I'm such beauty, and he keeps on mentioning me, talking about me. I've had enough of Pancho. Man, I tell you what, I don't know about that Pancho. He keeps on wanting to play, wanting to mention about us. I don't know. I don't know if we can deal with him or not. Man, did you hear Pancho just say what he said? Man, he mentioned everybody. He talking about everybody, man. He keeps on saying this and that. Oh, man. This is a place where I started my promos. This is a place where I started the Tough Raging promo. From there on, I became something. I don't know if I have it in me anymore. Apparently, the promos and music videos has just gotten too hard. People don't want to get mentioned anymore. They don't want to be talked about. They sick of hearing Pancho's mouth, my mouth. Maybe I should just quit. I'm doing my music videos, doing my music, doing the best I can. It seems like nobody wants to pay attention to me. Maybe I should just give up. Maybe I should just quit. Got Jesus, but that's about it. You see, here's the thing though. I'm not a quitter. I'm not a loser. I don't know the meaning of the word quit. So in other words, I just can't quit. I can't stop. I won't be intimidated by anybody. I will not stop and I will not quit. I am playing senior day and senior night, and I am facing KK Simmons this year. So what that means, Devil, you can put all the people you want to. You can put all the trade blocks, the block stones, you can put all the detours you want to. But the fact of the matter is this: I'm an entertainer, I'm a musician, and I don't care if I have to strip down to my blue Fruit of the Loom underwear. Give me an umbrella, I will face that umbrella, I will have a game, I will have a basketball game with that umbrella, and I will date the umbrella. Hey, I have played most of the guys in that Pike County a city, and I face most of the guys in Harlan County. The umbrella will give me a better basketball game than most of those people will. And the umbrella, I've talked to a lot of girls at Pike County and Harlan County. The umbrella will give me a better date than most of them would. But the fact of the matter is this: come hell or high water, I will be playing senior day and senior night with Makari Brooks, KK Simmons, Jackson Hussey, Colt Chapman, and Christian Leach. As all 6 of us will be on that court, and all 6 of us will be having fun and playing for you, Coach Kelly. And speaking of playing, I don't care if I have to go to the board of directors, I don't care if I have to go to the dean, I don't care if I have to go to the president or the governor, I don't care if I have to go to the House of Congress. I am playing senior day and senior night, or senior day and senior night, whichever one comes first. Because the fact of the matter is, we owe it to the people at the University of Pikeville. We owe it to the people of Pike County, and we owe it to the people in Pikeville, Kentucky. And if I do not play that, people are going to be asking, hey, yo, why is that young man not playing? He said he wanted to play, and I believe he could be a good player for that night only. Or, hey, why isn't that man on the court? As fellow students will be asking themselves, why isn't Poncho on the court senior day or senior night? And the excuses will probably be, as far as the authority, the excuses will be, well, he is too sick. He's not physically ready for this night. Well, he is, he's not mentally right in his head. Well, he keeps on mentioning us and talking about us. It's a long story. Well, I don't know. You have to ask the authority. You have to ask the board of directors that. And that conscience will be on them that night. Because if I'm not playing, then you're going to repeat it over and over. And the message that you had in an interview, somebody said that I will put all my seniors on the court. I even put 6 of them on there, and we got a technical foul for it, but it was worth it for all my seniors to go there. So if all the seniors are not going to be playing on that day or not, then that promise will be broken. And you never break God's promises. And then the Lord God Almighty will be asking, hey, why didn't you play all your seniors that day and that night? Well, he was too sick. He was not physically ready. He was not mentally ready. He doesn't know the plays right. He just don't listen to us. And God's going to say, well, I'll listen to y'all. Or, well, he listens to me. But the fact of the matter is, we owe it to the people. And speaking of that, KK Simmons, as a matter of right now, the clock is ticking. It is 2:16 on a Saturday. So, you have got exactly 6 months to prepare yourself. No more games, KK. No more games. It's time to find out if you got what it takes to be the next generation's leader, if you got what it takes to be the next big star. And you know, speaking of big star, I hear the voice of God talking to me. I heard the voice of God talking to me Thursday. Now I'm hearing the voice of God right now. KK, the Lord is saying to you, will you step up and be the champion that you are and play Poncho in a classic 24 pickup by 4 basketball game come March 27th of 2016? KK, I know you're going to be ready. I know that you're the best athlete at Pikeville, at UPike. So I'm anticipating it, and I'm ready for it. Or the Lord is saying, will you be a champion, or will you be, and I might get a little bit in trouble for this, but you know what? Will you be a chump? Now, God said a chump, but to me, I say, will you be a champion, or will you be a steak and shake chump? The choice is yours, KK Simmons. Come March 27th, 2016, it'll be decision time. Never before has Poncho and KK went at it in a one-on-one basketball game, and never again will it happen. By the way, before I move on, shout-outs to Ricky and Tristan from the UPike varsity RJV baseball team. Follow them on YouTube, their YouTube channel, because they have got some interesting stories, and they are fresh and young and talented. But we owe it to the people. I will not quit, and I will not stop. You can be that woman that covers her face, or that walks past you, or that tries to avoid you. And KK, me and you both know who I want. But the fact of the matter is, she may never comply regardless. Or you can be that girl that has her booty sticking out, that leans on the car and does this. Just begging for somebody to look. And I can do my booty tricks like this. But keep blazing and always have God in your life. Ladies, now take a bullet and enjoy a ride on the Blazin Express. Especially you, ladies.
Wow, that promo was tremendous. What will be the next one? We're going to go through 4 through 1 in just a minute, but it's time to take a commercial break, and we'll be right back with Blazin's top 5 greatest Pikeville promos. In today's world and generation, women are stepping up as leaders, and they want to be the very best. 75% of the women that try to step up either get knocked down or pushed to the side. And we got some of the loveliest, beautiful women around in the world. And I encourage all of y'all to lean in together and help these women, protect them, love them, care for them, and respect them. It's time to stand up and lean in together. Along with the NBA and University of Pikeville, I encourage every single one of y'all to lean in. We're back with Blazin's top 5 greatest Pikeville promos. Now at number 4 comes with tremendous fears and whatnot. The classic basketball game was scheduled to be April 9th, but before the classic basketball game started, Poncho went back home. And although this is a Pikeville promo, you will see that this promo is very effective. And we kick it off with number 4, make history or break history. Make history or be history.
You know, son, for 20 years, I've been loyal, faithful, dedicated, and respectful. And for 20 years, I have been doing my very best to be the very best that I can be. And you know what? When you're Mr. Blazin, it's not all a perfect world. It's not all everything is excellent and wonderful. Because throughout my 23 years that I've been living here on earth, throughout over 20 years, yes, I've made mistakes. Yes, I paid for my sins. Yes, I've mentioned people's names too many often at times. Yes, I gave kisses to the ladies, give kisses to ladies and women on the cheek. Some felt uncomfortable. Some walked away. Some backed away. And then you get a funny feeling out of that. And for 20 years, I've been up and down the roads. And for 20 years, I have built myself up, built myself down, made enemies, made friends, have great families, have not so great families. But one thing is for certain, I've not lost the anointing of God. One thing is for certain, whether people will admit it or not, will they like me or hate me, whether I never get to kiss another lady on the cheek or woman on the cheek, or whether I give them hugs and kisses on the cheek, whether or not my music transitions worldwide, globally, which it has. One thing is for certain, you gotta respect me. You gotta respect everything that I do. Because over the years, and you can ask anybody in Harlan County and Pike County, if someone's ever got in my way of accomplishing something that I've wanted to accomplish, I take them down. And I put them to the ground. And there's select few of people that's beat me. And for those select few that has beat me, because it's a very short list, they've either went straight to the top and done wonderful, great things, or they sunken down and you never see them except in the departed sea. And speaking of that, you know, it's very funny. Just about everybody that I mention, everybody that I talk about, whether it's good or bad, every little thing that I do, whether it's music or music videos or promos or entertainment or interviews, check this out. 82% of the people that watch my stuff or listen love it very so much. There's a 17 or 20% that's not like my stuff whatsoever. It doesn't matter what I do. And then there's those that give good comments and those that gives bad comments. Now, ever since I got to the University of Pikeville, ever since I stepped into Pikeville, Kentucky, I've had good reviews and bad reviews. But overall, most of them reviews, most of them comments have been excellent, have been great. There's a little bit confusion here and there, a little bit mistakes on my behalf and on others' behalf, but through it all, overall, the production of my work has been tremendous and has taken people to the top, has gotten people recognized that has not got recognized before. But you know, sometimes when you set yourself on the personal goal, sometimes things in life happen. Sometimes people in life get jealous or they try to break you down. When I first stepped into Pikeville, Kentucky in the University of Pikeville, my 3 goals were to win a championship, to find my Miss Amazing, find me a girlfriend, and to be the very best that I could be. But over the 2-year transition, them goals switched around. But now, on April 6th, the Classic Basketball Tournament, 24x4 pickup basketball game. Whoever decides to face me, it's going to be a very long night for them. Because no matter whether you're the janitor, whether you're the basketball player, an athlete, a student,
a minister, a preacher, faculty and staff, or whether you a restaurant worker, it doesn't matter. Mr. Blazin will be waiting. And you better lace up your boots, lace up your shoes, lace up your shorts, because it's going to be a very long night for you. However, speaking of long nights, that brings me to my subject. You know, when you do music videos, when you do production work like I myself, sometimes it's those that's close to you. Sometimes it's those that you respect the most that have the problems. Now, over the 2 years, there has only been 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Overall, there has only been 12 people. There has only been 12 people that's really had problems with my music and videos, problems with my music overall. And that's not bad numbers, because you think about it, faculty and staff, it's probably about 300 or 400. Students at University of Pikeville is about 15 or 1,200 maybe. But overall, only 12 people really had problems with my stuff over the years. Wow, tremendous numbers. But out of those 12, 1, 2, 3, only 3 people have really had problems with my stuff. 3 people. I'm like, wow, that is so amazing. I hope Miss Amazing watches. Wow. Here's the thing. One of those people continues to have problems with my stuff. No matter what I do or what I say, they're not satisfied. But let me talk to you for just a little bit. You see, growing up here at Covington University Pikeville, I came for one purpose. That was to find the best, be with the very best, and challenge the best. And along came Mr. 1000. Mr. 1000, that is you, sir. I got a lot of respect for you. The 27th UPike basketball player to ever score over 1,000 points. That is very impressive. Personally, you're an awesome, great brother of mine. I love you, bruh, from the bottom of my heart. You are tremendous. But business-wise, I have a problem with, because you see, when you mix business with personal problems, that comes into effect. Speaking of that, the last time me and you was together was at a ball game. And in that ball game, me and a couple of my friends and teammates, whatever, minding our own business, having a good time. But then you came, Mr. 1000, because you had enough. You said, homie, what did I tell you? What did I tell you earlier about mentioning me in videos and stuff? I don't want a shout out video. I don't want an apology video. What you're doing is unprofessional. Your work is unprofessional. I feel sorry for you, man. Now, you try to deny that. Try to deny that. Try to deny some of those words that you said. Now, you said also, hey, I try to be nice to you, man. I try. I don't want to face you. Now, I respect your answer, but I kept on testing you. And see, here's the thing. I was going to let you go. I was really going to let you go. But when we got outside, here's the kicker part that nobody knows, because it's blazed in my head for the rest of my life. Did you know what you said? I told you about something about the Lord, whatever. I can't really remember. But then here's the kicker part that nobody says. You say, Man, I don't want to hear all that guy stuff, man. I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear nothing about that. That's why I kept on testing you more and more. Go ahead and deny that. I dare you to go ahead and deny that. What you did. You will not, I don't want to hear about that guy stuff. Go ahead and deny it. That's why I tested you. And see, you made it personal ever since that day. So, and then you keep on saying that, hey man, what did I tell you about mentioning me? You haven't learned your lesson. You know what? I haven't learned my lesson. Because when you get mocked so many times, you fight back and you keep on coming back. So, and you can fool some of the people some of the time, but Mr. Blazin, I've been in this way too long. So here's my thing. You say you're gonna slap me when you see me, and knowing you maybe, you're probably gonna slap me from behind, slap me face to face, hit me face to face, or jump me from behind while I've got my back turned, while I'm heading to class, or while I'm headed to in town, while I'm headed to the gym. You're probably gonna say, hey, or probably gonna slap me, or slap me like that. But the minute you slap me, the minute you try to hit me, you better hope and pray that I get knocked out. You better hope and pray that I get put in the hospital. Because when I get back up, and I will get back up, there is no stopping Mr. Blazin. Because you'll cross the line then and there. You better hope that I get knocked out. Every punch, I'm going to get back up. Every slap, I'm going to get back up. Every time you say to them, hey, you can't rap, hey, your music sucks, I'm going to rap that much more. I'm going to freestyle that much more. I'm going to talk trash that much more. I'm going to rhyme that much more. I'm going to break it down that much more. Every punch, I get back up. Every slap, I get back up. One step, one punch. Kick, punch, jab, jaw. One step, one punch. Kick, punch, jab, jaw. One step, one punch. Kick, jab, jaw. Kick, punch, jab, jaw. So if you do face me in the classic basketball game, and if you don't, this contract is on the line. Right in here, in this briefcase, is a contract for my Practice Q Radio 97.5 show. Because I guarantee you, somebody's going to be crazy enough to accept this. Somebody's going to be crazy enough to try to take this from me. And it's like taking the holy word from me. When you try to take my holy word, that's it. But the question is, Mr. 1000, do you want to make history and see the matchup of a lifetime? Do you want to make history and let JV kids have an opportunity to play, whether that be in sports, whether that be in coaching or whatever? Or do you want to be history? Because let's face it, I know the same Mr. 1000 that I saw a year ago is not the same Mr. 1000 right now. Because if it was Mr. 1000 a year ago, he would have accepted the challenge and he would have took me out in the basketball game like a man. No disrespect to you. No disrespect. Like I said, I'm through talking. April 6th, if you don't face me, hey, somebody's going to be crazy enough to face me for this. So on April 6th, at the UPike practice gym, 7 p.m. to 10 p.m., will you make history or will you be history? All right. Well, that was a heartfelt promo. But what will be 3 through 2? We're going to find that out in a few minutes because we're going to take another commercial break.
Every day, people risk their lives.
I've had enough. I've had enough!
Every day, they fight to survive. And every day, the media is always watching. So unless you're a professional, unless you're a student experienced, unless you're old or young, it doesn't matter. The camera's always watching, the media is always listening, and the mics are always on. Unless you're guiding, please don't try this at home.
Oh my, oh my, oh my. And we're right back to where we started. Number 3 is, for a fact, a great promo. And this took place September 16, 2015. Now, when you get chewed out in public, you want to retaliate. You want to fight back. Well, sometimes it's best not to fight back with fists, but to fight back with words. That's why this promo is number 3, and it's called What Happened? And the Ultimate Question. And this was the promo of the month in September. So check this out and enjoy. You know, about 2 weeks ago, I was at a JV basketball practice. And the JV basketball team, it just seemed like they was done. They was not ready. Coaches was sitting there, pulled them to the side, and they was like, y'all want to go home? No, we ain't going home, coach. So, coaches gave one more chance to practice, one more chance to make an impact. And so, JV failed. And so JV, coaches said, pack your bags, we're leaving. We're going to start practice tomorrow. And the players was like, no, we are not going anywhere. And you know, this is the first time in history that I have ever seen a group of young athletes, a group of young students banding together. And for the first time in my life, I was shocked. I was amazed by the JV players. They did not want to give up. And you know what happened? They kept on practicing. And JV coaches was like, and I was thinking to myself, we finally done something right for once. For once in our life, we put our heads up and we was not giving up. And I believe JV got coaches' respect because they didn't quit and they was looking for that young athletic team. And speaking of young and athletic, it has apparently come to my attention that well, let me word this. This is PG, rated PG now. Apparently, somebody does not want to win. So, and you right. You had a conversation with me earlier, and yes, you told me that I was not a basketball player. And you're right. The board of directors even said that I'm not a basketball player. Yes, you daggone right, I'm not a basketball player. I am an impact player. And you have the nerve to talk about my stuff as unprofessional. You have the nerve to talk about me being disrespectful. And you talk about how everybody likes my stuff. How everybody all around the world sees what I do. And you know, Rob, the reason why people like me? You know why the reason why people love to see my music and videos? The reason why they love to see my music and videos is because I'm not some cocky, arrogant young kid. I am a man, I am an athletic player, and I am an impact player. And you have the nerve to talk about my stuff as unprofessional. You done something you shouldn't have done, and that's piss Poncho off. Earlier today, you had a conversation with me at the volleyball game. You said, what did I tell you? Next time, you're going to get slapped. You're going to get hit. So you know what? You come and take a shot at me. You want a shot at my face? You want to hit me so hard? You want to slap me? Well, guess what? You have awoken, Mr. Blazin. The only two things I can say to you is thank you. Thank you for reminding me just who the crap I am. I am Mr. Blazin. I am that impact player. And I am the man. You shouldn't have done something. I wanted to keep this in secret. You shouldn't have pissed Pancho off. But now, not only have you pissed Pancho off, I'm just going to go ahead and say in secret, you have officially pissed off one of the Lord's calling brothers. You have officially pissed off a prophet of God. So if you want to make a prophet of God mad, you don't want to face me one-on-one. You don't have to face me one-on-one. You say that you love this game. Well, technically, if I get challenged to a one-on-one game, I'm not going to sit back there and be a coward. I'm going to be a man. And whatever happened to the young, determined athletes, whatever happened to someone challenging you, if a guy challenged you, it didn't matter how bad you were hurt, how bad you got your feelings hurt, how bad you were beat up, you stood there and fought like men. Well, guess what? You don't have to face me one-on-one. I'm not going to mention your name anymore until March 27th, 2016. And guess what? I'm going to be down there March 27th, 2016 at the UPI gym from 7 to 10. And you will have exactly 3 hours to make it down there. And if you don't, if you want to prove yourself, if you want to take a shot at me, go ahead. Because I might get back up. And when I do, you've just touched the anointing of God and the prophet of God. Touch my prophets no harm. And you would not touch the anointing of God. Be careful what you wish for, because on the day of judgment, God will look up himself and he will say, man, this guy challenged you. And you stood back there and you didn't prove nothing. And you're going to be like, well, God, you know how Pancho is. He's just playing, man. You know, that fool ain't nothing, man. That fool ain't nothing. You know. Brother, I do respect you. My homeboy, KK Simmons. You're out there. I do respect you. I do love you. Personally. But business-wise, if you ain't taking my one-on-one classic basketball challenge, to me, in your eyes, you're a coward. But that's just me, though. But anyway, that's enough about business. Let's go on to another subject. One other person I'd have to thank. That's you. But before that, KK, you made me cry earlier. So be careful what you wish for, because God just might strike back at you. But as far as that concerns, I'm not going to mention your name anymore either. I can't make you like me. I can't make you talk to me. But overall, I think you're a nice, beautiful lady. You're amazingly beautiful. You might not need me, but I need you. You're a great friend. You got a great future and a great mind. So I'm only going to say this once. If you don't know, and please, keep your ears up to the camera. Keep your eyes up to the camera. I like you for who you are. I truly do like you. You're an amazing person. You are an honest person. Like I said, the only thing I want to ask you is, if you're someone out there listening, if your friends is watching, please tweet friends this. By the palm of my hand, will you go out with me? The ultimate question. And I'll make you a deal. I'll make you a deal. Since I'm about out of time and stuff, I'll make you a deal. I want to date you. I want to be your man. I want to be your light and shining armor. But you can't help the ones that don't want to be helped. So, I'm going to lay back for this one. So even you will understand. You are by far one of the most beautifulest girls I've ever seen. I can't make you date me. I can't make you talk to me. And there's thousands of girls on campus, but I want you. Now, however, I'll make you a deal. If you would date me just once, and even if you try your hardest and the date don't go well, you know the interview that I was asked about you and Larson? I will take that interview off, and I will never ever mention you again, or never ever talk to you again. I can't make you make that choice. But you know what? I can't make you do anything. For once, this is the ultimate challenge. Almost out of time, but for once, KK, one last time. Prove yourself. If you want to shout at me, you can hit me or you can slap me. But if I get back up, you might be judged. And I love you, my brother. As far as you're concerned, for once, come, at least if you do not want to date me, come to my face. Please say no to my face. And I know what you might say. You might say no. You might say, well, I gotta go. I don't want to talk to you anymore. I don't want nothing to do with you anymore. You might have your friends even come at me. And you know what? For once, come to my face. For once. Out of respect. Don't let your friends do it. Don't let the coaches do it. Don't let the staff do it. Don't let anybody else. Say it to me right here. But I wanted to, and I mean that. Now take a bullet and enjoy the ride on the Blazin Express. One last thing before I close. KK, you know the reason why I did not challenge Macari, Christian, and anyone else is because you are the best. And I know God's got something for you. But if you don't want to listen to a message from God, well, hey, the blood is off my hands. Because on the day of judgment, the blood will be on your hands. And if you don't believe me, well, evidence will find out.
All right. Now, what will be the final two Pikeville promos? We're going to find that out right now. We're going to find it out when we come back because we got to take our last commercial break. But we'll be right back. Dear Miss Amazing, I'm writing this letter to you in the year 2016, hoping that you will have my heart, be my love, and see what I see. Miss Amazing, I see a bright future for the both of us, and I am ready to be there for you. When I look at you, I see beauty, power, respect, a faithful servant for the Lord, and a caring heart for the people. When I say Miss Amazing, I mean it from the heart. I am faithful, loyal, caring, and willing to be there for you through the good and bad times, through sickness and health, through poor and rich, and be there with you until the very end. I will admit, I have made mistakes in the past, done and said things that I wish would have never crossed my mind, and I am a sinner saved by grace. I am not a Christian because God needs me. I am a Christian because I need God. I will continue to serve the good Lord until the day I die. And when we let God in as our partner in crime, then everything will be alright. I am also a professional hip-hop artist. I love to play sports, go to the movies, take great trips, enjoy company, and give back to the people. I am looking for a woman that has a wonderful attitude and a great personality, someone who's funny and knows how to have a good time. Someone who will stand up and not take any mess from nobody. Someone who's not afraid to do what it takes to get the job done. A beautiful woman not only
on the outside, but also on the inside. And last but not least, a godly woman that loves the Lord and who is willing to give back to the people. Mr. Blazin and Mrs. Mason sounds wonderful. And I have already thanked God in advance for you, Mrs. Mason. And one day, hopefully, we can walk down the aisle and the person doing the ceremony says, "Ladies and gentlemen, I now give to you Mr. Blazin and Miss Amazing." Maybe one day when we have long walks at the park, on the beach, going to the movies, and possibly seeing our family, children, grow up, I can say that it feels good to be Mr. Blazin, and I thank God for you, Miss Amazing. I know you're out there, Miss Amazing, and I am not giving up yet, because I know that you're waiting on me, and I am waiting on you. Also, if any man tries to take you away from me, well, they are going to have to get through me before they take you away. If you're out there, I just want you to know that my love is for you, and I can show you real love. I'll see you soon, and be ready, because when we finally meet, you will say, "Wow, you are Mr. Blazin, and I am totally amazing. Love, Honcho, aka Honcho Blazin ATM." Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we are right back. And I just gotta say, I thank you all so much for watching these promos and stuff. Number 2 has to be one of the best classic promos. And we're talking about ATM talks trash about UPAC students. So here it is on November 22nd, 2014. Well, finally it feels so good to be here in Pikeville, Kentucky. And this just so happens to be a decrepit town filled with losers and scumbags. Now, first of all, let me say, I hate being in this room where Fatso and Skinny Jeans lives. Oh my goodness. I don't even want to be in this crappy town, Pikeville. A big orange and black. Ooh, what happens when I wear the orange and black? The only place you'll see me with orange is the good old state of Tennessee, where the Volunteers play. Now, even though I'm here in Fatso and Skinny Jeans' room, I've got to say something to some basketball UPAC players. Makari Brooks, KK Simmons, and KJ Kenny Menegot. Now, ATM has respect for all three of you. And I'm talking about all three of you. KJ, you are Mr. Airtime, and I gotta say, from ATM's mouth, you can sure dunk a basketball great. Makari Brooks, I gotta say, I got mad respect for you, my man. You are the star of UPAC. And KK Simmons, the big three-point shooter, lives by the three and dies by the three. You are so great within threes, but your only problem is, instead of being Mr. Flash, you're gonna be Mr. Fanny Pants when you whine and lose. Well, now on to some football players in Don Don, Sonny, and Trinity. Now, as far as ATM is concerned, I could give a rat's crap about any three of you. Take, for example, Big Don Don. Ooh, Big Don Don, all muscles. Ain't nobody gonna touch me now. Yeah. The only thing you're gonna touch is a woman's VCR. And now on to you, Sonny. You think you're so big and bad, talking a bunch of crap about people. Well, the fact of the matter is, you're the worst quarterback that ATM has ever seen. In Trinity, with your countrified self. What are you talking about, boys? Oh, crap, no. The only thing you're gonna be crapping on is taking blue pills from a Gatorade bottle. Now, on to you, Ms. Antoine, You two think you're so big and bad and so petty-pettified friends since last semester. Well, let me tell you boys something. Nobody, and I repeat, nobody does best friends like me, ATM. So I will decide the best friends. And along the lines, you two are nothing but washed up has-beens that will never be successful in life, but just total failures. And on to you, Nicole Howie. So beautiful, so wonderful, and just a righteous, self-righteous attitude. Now, Edie Beth Cornelia. So beautiful, but your brains is all scattered and got no fly in the brains. If only you had the brains as much as you did the beauty, you would be electrifying. Now on to you. Ooh, I could say the coaches. I've seen better coaches than this, but these coaches for basketball are some of the worst coaches that I've ever seen. Take, for example, the grad assistants, the coach that never gets paid attention to. Randy Casey, you're a respectable guy, but you are with a group of worse and terrible coaches. And now on to you, Cherie May. You think you're so big and bad and a tough girl, but the only thing that's tough about you is you chewing cranberries off an orange treesicle cake. Let me calm my nerves here because I'm getting really mad and really upset here. And speaking of upset, Billy Cochran. You think you're so big and bad with going all to these student government things, the military, you running 3 to 5 miles a day. The only thing you can run is a tree limb from a wood chipper tree. And now to my 2 favoriteest people that I pick on and love the most. Fatso himself, Big Austin London. Loudon. I don't give a crap if your name is London or Loudon. The only thing that's loud about you is your pathetic mouth for cheeseburgers and Mexican restaurant food. But my biggest concern, and I mean my biggest concern, is Poncho himself. Ooh, didn't you get fooled last week or so? See, that is my brains right there. And Poncho, you think you're all so big and bad, you think you're the toughest man on the planet, you think you're the toughest man in Pikeville. Ooh, I'm so in love here. Ooh, she's the one for me when I'm down and out. But the only thing that's down and out about you is your dignity and self-cowardness. Because you, my friend, got fooled by yours truly. Did you really think that you was gonna get with somebody? Craps to the no. Boy, I played you, didn't I, Poncho? Well, maybe next time. There's other people at UPAC that I really don't give a crap or rat's pooty about. But I will say this. You thought that you saw ATM in Harlan County and in Florida, and you ain't seen nothing yet at Pikeville. So let me give you some news, you Pike students. Let me give you some news, Pikeville, Kentucky. Don't ever pressure, don't ever pressure ATM, because do you know where ATM has been? And quite frankly, you don't, because if you did, there is no way, and ATM means no way, that you would find my name on the top of the list. Our final promo is, without a doubt, tremendous. For nearly a year and a half, ATM's Talk Trash About UPAC Students was rated the #1 best Pikeville promo. That is until this promo came about January 31st, 2016. Now, when you have rumors on you, when you have lies and false statements on you, you get real mad. You get to the point where you can't take it anymore. Number one has to be the greatest Pikeville promo. And like I said, for a long time, ATM Talks Trash about UPAC students was the number one promo until January 31st, 2016. And even though this was taken off of social media, this, however, is not taken off of a countdown because it's rated one of the best Pikeville promo. So here it is, number one. I've had enough.
How do you feel, Pancho?
Sorry for doing that. I've had enough. I've had enough! Oh my goodness. For months and months, I have told people that it's not true. For months and months. And it still is rumored. I've had enough of people talking about me redating. I've told people for months and months that we are not. So here's the deal. This Friday at the UPAC gym, 8 o'clock, I've had enough. So whoever is talking about me, whoever spread the rumors, you better be there at the UPAC gym at 8 p.m. I've had enough, and it's time to put it to a stop. And speaking of stop, intergender panel, we're going to get down to the bottom of this. Because I guarantee you, if it becomes down to me and you will not survive. So whoever is saying me is dating needs to put a stop to it. I asked you nicely once, but this is 3-4 times that's already happened. Now, if you have said, first of all, we need to get down to business. Now, first of all, if you thought that we was dating on accident, if you thought that we was dating at first and you mistaken it for a friendship, that is fine. But I'll tell you this. Have the balls and to say it to my face. I've had enough and it's time to put a stop to it.
Ladies and gentlemen, I thank you all so much for getting back and relaxing, chillaxing, watching these promos and revealing the true things in life. So until then, I'm Blazin ATM, and we will see you all next time. Now take a bullet and enjoy the ride on the Blazin Express. Keep blazing and always have God in your life. Shout out to y'all ladies. Love y'all.